Om Sadashiva Then the third was one line was like Aham Brahma Vritti Eka Gamyam Turiyam. Very beautiful. Turiyam, very often presented as fourth state of consciousness. What is it? Neither waking nor dream nor deep sleep. Then what is it?
They call it the fourth.
Yeah, they call it. That's what I'm explaining. Turiyam. But the fourth is not a state of consciousness. It's not a state. Fourth is your own swarupa. Why? It is neither waking, dream nor deep sleep. So from you, the conscious being, goes through three states of experience. Waking, dream and deep sleep. So in waking there is a waker and a waking world. In dreams there is a dreamer and the dream world. Deep sleep and the world of ignorance. Three states are going through. Each state is mutually exclusive. When one is there, the other two are not there. What links up all the three? What links it up?
Consciousness only.
You, the consciousness, link it up. Therefore, are you really the fourth or are you the one?
The one.
Because you are the link. The three states are dependent on you, the consciousness. You are independent of the three states. Because Turiyam is not a state. Turiyam Chaturtam Manyante iti Mandukya Upanishad. Says you are the Avasthatraya Sakshi, the witnesser of the three states of experience. States come and go, you remain. Therefore, this entity, you, the conscious being, is called the fourth, Chaturtam Manyante, with respect to the three. But you are the one. Shantam, Sa Ekaha, the Upanishad says that. Sa Ekaha, that is the one. Shantam Shivam Advaitam. Ekatma Pratyagamyam. You are the one. So it is not a state, it is you. Then why fourth? Remember my old example. ऋषिकेश के साथ में मुंबई आ गया. One posting. Dawn. I asked an accident. कौन है? अरे बाबा वो तो अमिताभ बच्चन. अच्छा बड़ा डॉन है. Because in my experience in Rishikesh, UP, etc., no Don puts up a picture like that. I mean, there are Bahubalis there. We don't call them Don and UP, we call them Bahubalis. So, went further. Minister. Right? Who कौन है? He looks familiar. अरे बाबा जी वो भी अमिताभ बच्चन ही है. डॉन और मिनिस्टर हो सकता है. मिनिस्टर एंड डॉन कैन बी पॉसिबल ना. बोथ है. You go to Bihar, you go to Bengal, there are both many places. Third question. इंस्पेक्टर विजय. ये वही लिखते हैं. हाँ ये अमिताभ बच्चन ही है. इंस्पेक्टर कैसे बन सकता है? मिनिस्टर और इंस्पेक्टर नहीं हो सकता. You have to resign from being an inspector before you stand for elections. अरे बाबा जी आप तो असली ऋषिकेश के लगता है. ये ले फोर्थ फोटोग्राफ. ये असली है. फोर्थ फोटोग्राफ. ये असली है क्यों? वो सब नकली है. There Vidya. Three roles. This is the person free of the role. Waking, dream and deep sleep, three roles. I, the consciousness. Fourth photograph. Turiyam, fourth, not really the fourth, it is the one. It is the one for recognition. Unfortunately, New Vedanta presents it as a state. Then you have to experience and meditate. You ask all these people whether he is a Neo Vedantin or a yoga teacher or whatever. Have you ever experienced it? None of them have. None of them have. Maybe Samadhi may have. Okay, fine. I have gone into Samadhi. I can also say I have gone into Samadhi. Which one ho gaya. Samadhi mein gaya, but no knowledge took place there. Why? Ignorant mind going into a no thought stage, ignorance will continue. Ignorance kaise jayega? For ignorance to go, knowledge has to come in. Where will knowledge come in when there is no pramana? How will knowledge come in? Knowledge cannot come in. If knowledge is not, ignorance will go on. You had some experience of neither waking, dream, deep sleep. You had some experience. Achha. At least for some time you are not disturbing somebody else. And for some time longer also you will not disturb somebody else because you are in deep sleep. You are in the same mood. So, no new knowledge takes place, you don't become wiser. Because it's not a state. Unfortunately presented as a state. It is your own swarupa. It's you. That's why Chaturtham Manyanti. It is not that it is the fourth state. It is that it is talked about as the fourth. It is independent of the three. Therefore, this Atma, this you, consciousness, it says, Aham Brahma Vritti Eka Gamyam. It is Gamyam, known. It is understood. Brahmatma Vritti Eka. By this Vritti alone, what Vritti? Brahma must be the Vritti. That thought has to be in your mind. All knowledge takes place in your mind with a thought. Spiritual knowledge or otherwise. For any knowledge you need a thought. Why? Because it's not consciousness that is having the problem. The consciousness, does not have a problem with my ignorance. The consciousness illumines knowledge in waking, ignorance in deep sleep, total ignorance. I am independent of both. So mind is ignorant of things. What difference does it make for the consciousness? For me, the consciousness, what difference does it make if your mind is ignorant? I don't know this, I don't know that. I don't know. So what? The problem of samsara is for the jiva. For the one who has mistakenly taken himself to be the body and mind. The consciousness, manifest in my mind. In my mind there is ignorance. What will be the first thought that comes up in your mind when consciousness is manifested? I. It can't be any other thought. I. But there is ignorance about who I am. There is ignorance about who I am. मैं कौन हूँ? Then, get it? Simple ignorance, conscious manifest. I don't know. Then you find yourself associated with this body and mind. Therefore, you start making your self-judgments. Start making self-judgments. I am like this, I am like that, whatever. Whole world. Simple. I am the body. Human body, I am human being. Male, female. Simple. Then I have ideologies and philosophies backing it up. Male? No, sometimes I am male, sometimes I am female. That is actually some confusion. There is a psychological confusion in your mind about your identity. Everyone, from the standpoint of consciousness, everyone has got identity confusions. And a normal. So a man who says I am a man, a woman who says I am a woman, there is identity confusion because we are nothing but consciousness. then उसको ऊपर और confusion. Then based on your relationship, again, mother, father, sister, parent, child, that all those identifications. Then goes on. Employment based, lawyer, doctor, etc. I'm a spiritual seeker. Big confusion. Some people fall in love with their identity of being a seeker. They will never get the knowledge. Because you have fallen in so much of love with you, being the seeker, now you can't give up being the seeker. You're not the seeker, you're the sought. You're seeking yourself only. Yeah, what are you seeking? Therefore, there are two things here. One is ignorance and one is these erroneous conclusions. Let's say that Sakshi Bhava, meditation. All that is for what? Nirastha. We had seen the previous verse, no? All the Chedas. Very Cheda is there, Nirastha. All negated. As Mithya negated. It's a role that you're playing. So the role has a script, follow the script. And the script has got a lot of elbow room. Fine, do that. No issues. Follow the script. How will you know the truth? One, all these wrong conclusions. So, Bhusa Vara, as we say, negate. Then the pramana has to work. When the teacher says Tatvamasi, don't repeat it back to this. It is not a form of greeting or a mantra. Like in the Britishers, classical Britishers, they are vanishing between. Hello, how do you do? Hello, how do you do? That's enough. You should come and ask an Indian. Hello, how do you do? Arey, pura raga. Or you have to bluff. Oh, fine, you are dying inside. But fine. Thank you. So Britishers are smart. How do you do? How do you do? Okay. So this is not like that. When the teaching is unfolded, your consciousness, limitlessness is pointed out. That knowledge has to click in your mind. That clicking knowledge, thought, is called the vritti. It is this correct. Vritti. I am vritti. So that vritti ekadam. That ignorance will go only when that vritti happens in your mind. If that doesn't happen, how will knowledge happen? I am telling you, this is a pen. But someone was distracted. What is that? Somebody said something about pen. बैठ के जपा करो pen. Focus on it. Will the knowledge happen? This vritti has to happen. Hey, this is a pen. This thought has to happen in your mind. No? How will you know anything? Similarly, the Atma, the knowledge has to happen. Again, some of you may have read this. You must transcend the mind and know the truth. What is there to transcend? Who is going to transcend it? What is transcending? To go beyond. Beyond where? Is there anything beyond the Atma? Atma need not transcend the mind. Why? Atma is already beyond the mind. Mind cannot transcend itself. Therefore, how will you gain the knowledge by transcending? They will give a nice example. Like the pole vaulter is running and uses the pole to soar high, leaves the pole behind and goes to the other side. Example a child. How do you connect? Who's transcending? Who's the guy who's going over? Mind cannot go over, Atma need not go over. Who goes over? Ahankara. You are transcending the ego or you are carrying the ego with you? No, transcending. Then who's transcending? Suchani. Suchani, this is thought. Mind, Ahankara is nothing but mind. Mind can't transcend itself. Atma need not transcend, it's already beyond. But what is necessary for ignorance to go is your cognitive thought. So cognitive thought is necessary, that's why he says here, making it very clear. Aham Brahma Vritti Ekadharmi. I am Brahman. Vritti Ekadharmi. That Vritti will happen only with the unfoldment of the truth. When that happens,
Fine.
okay. Param Brahma Nityam Tadeva Aham Sritya.
What is mentioned is what needs to go is the cognitive thought.
Yeah.
Could you elaborate a little?
Okay. It's an object outside. Pen. For you to cognize this pen, the mind actually goes through two operations. One, the mind has to take the form of the pen. Like, if what is outside is rope, but your mind, for whatever psychological reasons, the vritti formed inside is snake. What will you take that to be, rope or snake? All erroneous knowledge, this is what happens. The vritti inside does not match the object outside. There can be 101 reasons. Primary reason is ignorance about what is there. I don't know what is there. Because I don't know what is there. Oh, you're afraid of snakes. That's why you stick it for possible. You love snakes. That's why you stick to it. Possible. Psychological reasons can vary. But the fact is, you did not know and your mind jumped to a wrong conclusion. Because you are aware of it. It is not that it's totally ignorant. You will not mistake what is there in my pocket. Because you don't even know whether I am carrying anything in my pocket. So how will you make a mistake? Therefore, you have to be aware of it and not know what it is. Are you getting this? For any mistake, this much is necessary.
You have to be aware of it and
At the same time, be ignorant of it. Aware that something is there, like that rope. You are aware that something is there, but you don't know what it is. Therefore, you make a mistake of it, isn't it? Supposing you are not aware of it at all. You are walking, you don't even see what is lying down. Will you mistake it for a snake?
no,
Because you are not even aware of it. So you have to be aware of it. If you are aware, it's a rope lying down, will you make a mistake? So you have to be aware, at the same time ignorant about the nature of the
you have to be aware and same time ignorant
of the nature of the thing.
that is the cognitive thought.
That is where the mistake can happen. That gives you a proper condition for the mind to project and make a mistake. Okay? Now, do you know you exist, you are?
Yes.
Do you have to use any means of knowledge for it?
No.
I don't. It's self-evident. No?
Yes.
René Descartes, the philosopher, said, I think, therefore I am. My response to him is, I am, therefore I doubt. I doubt what he is saying. Because I am there even before I am thinking. I am there even when I am not thinking. Between two thoughts I am not thinking, I am there. Linking up both the thoughts. Therefore, I am a self-evident. Do you know your Satyam Jnanam Anandam Brahma? You know everything. I know I put on weight, but I am not everything. You don't know that. Therefore, there is awareness of I, ignorance about what I am. Ideal condition for a mistake. For a mistake. So the mistake happens. Now, when the mistake happens, it has to be corrected on knowledge. For knowledge, you need a vritti. So, back to the pen. First, I have to objectify it. When it's hidden from your vision, when it's hidden from you, can't objectify it. First, you objectify. That means what? What is objectification? For an object outside, you form a vritti inside. This is called vritti vyapti. So many of it may be a revision. This is called vritti vyapti. Okay? A relevant, or for every object outside, there has to be a relevant vritti inside. That is why there are times when you are lost in thought. Your friend comes and stands in front of you. The light is being reflected from him to your eyes, to your cornea, everything is happening. Your retina, light is being reflected. But you don't see him. Unless he is. क्या ख्यालों में है क्या? I'm sorry, mind is also. Because that objectification did not happen. Vritti was formed, but I did not object the vritti because I was gone from that. Both. Vritti vyapti, mind forming the object. Phala vyapti, objectifying. So the same thing happens with respect to Brahman. The teaching says you are Brahman. Like how you said you are a pen. This is a pen. The teaching says you are Brahman, explains it elaborately. So what? Then the vritti has to happen. I am Brahman. If that vritti doesn't happen, knowledge will not happen. Only thing is, phala vyapti is not needed, not necessary. Phala vyapti, the second part of the operation, is to establish a subject-object relationship with the object. That is not necessary here because I already know I am there. Where you did not know there was a rope or there was a pen. But here, I know I am. So the second operation is not necessary. Objectification, that vritti has to be formed to remove the ignorance. The job of the vritti vyapti is to remove the ignorance from your mind. The second, phala vyapti, is meant to establish the relationship between you and the object. Here, the relationship is already established. I am. I don't know what I am, that's all.
Could you give an example of phala vyapti?
Huh?
Could you give an example of phala vyapti?
Phala vyapti, yeah. The mind forming the object, formed a thought in the form of the object, removes the ignorance. But unless I objectify, there is no subject-object relationship. Now you are looking for two separate operations, an example two separate, doesn't exist. Because both the operations happen with respect to one unit perception. That is why I gave the example. Your friend comes in front of you, vritti vyapti is there, but you not establish that connection, na? That connection is together. That is phala vyapti. Here the connection is already there, always there. I am is always there. Even in deep sleep, I am is there. That's why you can get up in the morning and say, what? Kya neend aaya? Some of them are saying after lunch today. And some of them are saying, kya neend aaya? Abhi bhi continue. You can say on that because I am is there. The relationship is constant. So vritti vyapti, phala vyapti together forms ordinary cognition. With respect to Brahman, only vritti vyapti is enough. Therefore it is gets a new name, akhanda akara vritti. The vritti whose akara form is as limitless as the object. Object is limitless. Brahman does not have any limits. Atma doesn't have any limits. So the mind forming the form of Brahman is what? Actually being resolved into. It is formed, but in the process of being formed, it's a resolving vritti. It takes its ignorance away with it and gets resolved.
Can I extend the question a little bit? So does meditation have really a role in this?
Meditation?
As you said, if you go
There is no meditation, there is direct knowledge. We are talking about direct knowledge, forget your meditation.
So meditation does not have a role at all in this.
In this process, no. Meditation, if at all, has a role in preparing your mind and getting it ready, quiet, peaceful, calm, not hyper. That's all.
It's preparation. Meditation is preparation.
Huh?
Preparation.
Preparation. But be careful. You do too much of meditation and the mind becomes dull, then akhandakara vritti also will not take place. Your mind is too dull. Mind doesn't move. Mind doesn't move. Mind has to move now for knowledge. His mind will become so dull. What knowledge?
Can meditation actually know the mind?
Yeah, I know. This
That's very
is
counterintuitive.
this kid came to me many years ago. Kid came. Very keen. Wants to write everything. But following nothing. I said, how do you find the class? Ramji, I know it's a good class, but I couldn't follow. I said, what happened? No. Sometimes I struggle with understanding. So what are you doing? Oh, I'm doing my final year graduation. So you'll finish this year. Twice I given the exam, I flunked. What are you doing? Some BSc. BSc में flunk हो गया. How can you flunk? It's a simple course. And in Bombay University, BSc was not something very profound, etc. Says, no, I'm very interested in spirituality. I do a lot of sadhana. What do? I do a lot of japa and meditation. I do 100 malas of japa every day. And after every japa is done with contemplation. I said, then not a wonder you will feel fun. Well, his mind has become so dull. His mind has become so dull, he is not ready for that 100 malas of japa. If you want to do 100 malas of japa, you can do, but your mind has to be ready to take it and keep yourself alert. His mind was not. So I gave him a sadhana to overcome that. You want to know the sadhana? I said, first cut down the malas to 3. 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 in the night. Cut down. Then every day you watch TV for half an hour. TV watching, I never do it. What will dullen our mind will anyone's mind. Now I am TV watching will dullen. But in his case, mind is so dull, even the TV stimulation thoda is not dull. At least one movie every month, go to the theatre and watch. Spiritual sadhana. But the next 6 months, after 6 months, the exam is cleared. So it worked. But sadhana is different because his mind was too dull and too much of it. Overdoing the sadhana. Therefore, you have to be careful. Of course, my students I don't have to worry about. 20-minute meditation karte ke nahi malum.
Swamiji, then what would you say about your stories? For years you've been listening about, for example, Ramana Maharshi also he went into the cave dwelling. So we've been hearing a lot of these cave dwelling success stories. How do they?
Okay, good question for satsang. I will cover that. Plus the whole tapas about rishis doing tapas for 100 years and other thing. I'll cover all that in satsang. Right now, understand this. Brahmat Ekagami. That Bhakti, Brahmatmakara Bhakti, Brahmatmakara Bhakti. That Bhakti, which is of the form of Brahman, will negate the ignorance. Therefore, Ekagamya. Only by this you will get it. Now, sometimes, this happened with some teachers. Like my old friend, I was cracking jokes at the party. He was distracted by the girl next to him. But he laughed because everyone was laughing. Then he was driving me home. Suddenly started laughing in the car. अभी क्या हो गया? I didn't crack any joke. अरे आप उधर क्रैक किया था ना, अभी मेरे को समझा. It clicked now. So that happens sometimes. You learned it, you heard it in Shravanam. In Shravanam also there can be distractions. So it didn't click. Then he went down quiet place and Hari, this is what happened. That can happen. It can click later on. It's okay. So the tubelight up, it doesn't matter. It clicked now, but it clicked. When he laughed for the joke, he laughed for the same sentence that I made then, not for something new. So when it clicked in meditation, the same knowledge that was revealed clicked, not something new. Not something new. Therefore, Brahma Eka Gamyam. Para Brahma Nityam Tedeva. Like if at all meditation has a role, it has a role, first preparation, second owning up. Owning up meditation we'll do here tomorrow. Okay? यद अज्ञानता भाति विश्वं समस्तं विनिष्टं च सद्यो यदात्मना प्रबोधे मनोभावातीतं विशुद्धं विमुक्तं परब्रह्म नित्यं तदेवाहमस्मि यद अज्ञानतः because of not knowing that reality, Bhati Vishwam, the Vishwam is seen as real. Vishwam will be there even for a wise person. It is not that you gain wisdom suddenly, everything disappears. Then I should not be able to teach anyone. Huh? Hyena or something. कुल्फी भी नहीं खा सकेगा You take the world as real. Bhati Vishwam means you take the world as real. Vishwam Samastha. You take it as real because Ajnanata. You don't know. Therefore, what you see is real. This happens across all disciplines of knowledge. Do you think that do you take the world as unreal? Even in physics, you are looking for the fundamental building block of matter. Means what? World is real. That's why you are looking for it. Of course, now quantum physics is making you doubt this. Then what will you say? It's all nothing but energy. Look at all the people. I mean, I get these forwards. As I said, it's good because some of these are sensible. So all of them, instead of matter, they say energy. Now the question of consciousness. You'll never be able to handle it in science because you're always talking about the consciousness manifest in your mind. We are not talking of pure consciousness. The consciousness manifest is being handled. Not consciousness per se what you are. Then we are still studying your mind only. You don't really come to the problem of consciousness. You still at that level, mind level. So with that, which is good in a way because psychology will gain a greater validity now. That's why another sister discipline of knowledge is coming up called biocentrism. I refer to it in my first talk that you heard from me. Institute of Science, Vivekananda Study Circle, right? There is it. I refer to biocentrism because it is replacing. Previously, when you are looking at the building block of consciousness, we are looking at matter as the fundamental block of the universe. But then, because of the question of consciousness, saying we should keep biology as the center now and study from biological point of view what is consciousness. What problem will be? Same problem will be. Still will come to matter. No? Biology or physics both will come down to matter only. Same problem. Therefore, Bhati Vishwam Samastha. Vinishtam cha sadhyo yad atma prabodhi. All of it is what negated. Nashte here is, vinishte is negated. Atma prabodhi. When you understand yourself, prabodha, knowledge of the Atma has come up. What will be there? Some names and forms, manifestation, like waves in the ocean. These are all nothing but names and forms in consciousness. What is there is only one consciousness. Appearing as names and forms. Appearing as inert, as a living and inert. Appearing as conscious and unconscious. All these appear. Therefore, enjoy the world. What is the problem? Why should world be a problem? Enjoy the world. What is the problem? Nothing is a problem. Since when did Mithya become a problem for Satyam? Since when did the wave become heavy for water? Remember I said the 100-year wave, tons and tons of water. You can sink a ship, 10,000 ton ship will just vanish without a trace. One moment it is there, second moment is gone. But for water, it's very heavy. So similarly for you, the consciousness, why is the world heavy? For you, the body it can be heavy. For you, the mind it can be heavy. But for you, consciousness, what is the about the world? What's the problem in the world? Kuch nahi. What is that? गीतायाम गुणा गुणेषु वर्तन्ते इति मत्वा न सज्जते गुणा गुणेषु वर्तन्ते. Body and mind is functioning the respectively. What are you doing? Navadvare puredehi sukham maste naiva kurvanna kare. In this nine-gated city called the body, I am manifesting. Not doing anything, not causing anything to be. Let it happen. Why? I am the conscious. It's a you do a lot of things. Yes, I am the calm center in the storm of all activities. You are the calm center. A lot of things are happening. Pyar se baat or getting into a fight. What difference is it? The same thing. There's a consciousness. Forms are clashing with each other, forms are related to each other. You remain as a pure consciousness. So all of us are Mastaram Baba. Yeah, Mastaram ke beda hai. That is Atma Purva. Manovag Atitam Vishuddham Vimuktam. Very interesting. Just because you said you are into everything, then it is Manovag Atitam. Manasaha Atitam, Vak Atitam. It is beyond the mind and the speech. Beyond the mind. Beyond speech. So what are we doing in the class? Let's go. Whatever you describe, I won't understand it. Correct? If you are described, you will not understand it. Now look at it. Atita means what? That which cannot be objectified by your mind or your words. So how do we explain? How do we use words? If I say, Atma is like this, like this, like this, like this, I give you a description. That description will become what? Finite. The more descriptive you are, the more finite you become. I'm keeping quiet. I'm not saying it. Full of possibilities. I can hold infinity in this silence. Then I say a word, one word, pen. My God, how much limited you have made it. It is not sun and the moon and the stars and man, woman, child. It's none of these things. It's not sheep and goat and camels. It's not lions and tigers and bears. What that one word, what negates is more than what it reveals. One word. How limited I have made it. Okay, now the pen. Okay, just to remind my serious people. Pen word stands for Jati or Vyakti. Jati or Vyakti? Jati. Correct? Jati means group. Jati is not caste, Jati is group. Jati meaning the whole group of pens. No? It is not one pen. The word pen actually represents a huge, what all the pens in the world are represented by one word pen. Now I am adding a description. Gel pen. So fountain pen, ballpoint, all of them go on. Further negation by one adjective. Gel. Wilson. Then, it's a brand name. Parker, all this fancy brand, gone. Further than silver color, and black, blue, green, red, yellow, orange, white, all of them gone. Silver. Then add one more word of location. Where is that pen located? In my hand. From infinite possibilities, what have I done?
Finite.
Reduce it to a single thing. This is what an adjective is supposed to do. Devya, Sarvevya, Svajati, Vira, Vyavartakam. From all that we are getting, we get to know. So if you are going to describe the Atma like this, what will happen? Atma is infinite, divine, supreme bliss. My favorite thing. Because that's what is used in all books you read. Atma is infinite. What do you mean by infinite? I know only finite things. So by infinite you mean not finite. How will you connect it? Tell me, just one word, infinite. How will you connect it with your mind? Infinite hairs on my head. Infinite number of stars in the universe. That's what you are known. Divine. What is divine? What do you understand by divine? Holy. What is holy? I know only one holy. What is holy? Vague words. They have some meaning, I'm not saying no, but they are vague. Supreme. Lux Supreme? Supreme Commander? What is Supreme? Bliss. Finished. Subjectivity is come. Up to nowadays it was not so subjective. Now it is totally subjective. It was blissful. Somebody wasn't able to know, I avoided it, but I find it too hard. It's cold and hard. I don't like cold and hard. Like warm and hot. Don't read any other implications into it, okay? I'm talking about kulfi and sweets. Now look at it. What are you going to understand in all this description? Then why are you teaching? Now look at it. Look at what the traditional teaching is. It's not a classical description of that. You are a conscious being or not? Do you know you exist? Yeah, I am. You're conscious of it? Yep, I'm conscious. What you are conscious, you are not. Okay. What you are conscious of, you are not. What you are aware of, you are not. So body, mind, etc. Now from you, the conscious being, what have I done? Negated body, mind, all notions about yourself. Then what are you? The one who is aware of what is. Aware you are with respect to an object of awareness. What are you with respect to yourself? Simple awareness, simple consciousness. Is this consciousness limited by time and space? You saw that discussion in the morning class? No. Limitless. Communication or no communication? Words or no words, but not descriptive. Words which are negative. And the truth of you is being revealed. Therefore, it is mano-vag atitam. Because the mind cannot objectify it, words cannot describe it. At the same time, it is known only through the mind. At the same time, it is known only through the words. But not direct meaning of the words, the implied meaning of the word, including the implied meaning of the word consciousness. See, previously, science used to use the word awareness for awareness of the mind. And we used to then say, okay, you are using that word awareness, we will use the word consciousness. Now science is taking consciousness. So we have to say Lakshana of consciousness, implied meaning of consciousness. By consciousness we mean conscious of this and that. You're talking about mind. I'm saying you're conscious of the mind or not? So we are talking about that consciousness by which you're conscious of everything. Immediately you shifted standpoint. And that happens immediately. Like, are you aware of this pen? So you have knowledge of the pen. That means your mind is having knowledge of the pen. Correct? Are you aware of the fact you have knowledge of the pen? Mark my words here. Are you aware of the fact that you have knowledge of the pen? No? Oh, yes. Yes. If it is yes, who is the second aware? First aware is mind. Second is who? You. So can you see how by implication I have shifted the meaning of the word I, consciousness, from the mind to yourself? It's not a play of words, it is the usage of words. It is sampradaya with teaching. It's traditional teaching of this. So with respect to your normal descriptions, etc., we'll say Manotitam is beyond the mind. For the people who have understood the Akhandakara Vritti properly. With respect to Vritti Vyapti, we will say Manasa eva anudrashtavyam, by the mind alone it is to be seen. With respect to the fact that Phala Vyapti is not happening, we will say it's beyond the mind because you can't objectify it. Two things. Beyond the mind, correct. You can't objectify it. You can't have a subject-object relation and say, hey, this is the Atma. I sat in meditation, I saw the Atma. Whatever you saw is not the Atma. The one who saw, the content of that entity is Atma. Therefore, Mano, Vak, Atitam, you can't describe it and say this is it. Mano, Vak, Atitam, Vishuddham, Vimuktam, Vishuddham, pure. Pure means what? Again another word. Vishuddham, very good. What do you mean by pure? If you are a religious person, you will have all sorts of religious connotations. Especially if you have gone to convent school. What idiotic notions is that? If I am looking for silica, sand, even gold is an impurity. No? I want silica for an experiment. Or to make silicon chips. Gold is an impurity. That means what is an impurity? When something else impinges on water. So Vishuddham means what? Nothing but this, there is nothing else. Why? But the whole world is, you said, is an appearance. Appearance does not impinge the reality. I saw a snake on the rope. Then I saw the rope after that. Did the rope become slimy because you had projected a snake on top? When you felt the rope after that, did the rope become slimy? Why, there is a slimy snake there. No? The rope is untouched by what you have projected. You saw the mirage in the desert. Did the desert become wet because of that? I wish it had, then I can use that water. But it doesn't. It is a mirage. Your projection of Nama Rupa does not affect the reality. Does not affect it. Therefore, Vishuddham, there is nothing other. If you are Vishuddham, if only you are there, Vimuktam, what is there to bind you? Where is the sense of finitude? You are limitless. No? Desha Kala Aparichinnam. Infinite means what? Desha Kala Aparichinnam. Unconditioned by time and space. Oh Guru, I am in samsara, I am bound, please free me. What is such a... That's what the Guru should be doing. क्या नखराबाजी करता है ड्रामा के लिए ये फ्री ऑलरेडी नहीं तो उसके ऊपर फायर मोड लेके आ रहे हैं क्या करें You're coming for interview to be a sadhu. They didn't interview you. And I used to help Swamiji with all the paperwork. I hate paperwork. Guru helps me. I used to arrange all these things. I didn't have to write. I just arrange everything. And people are reading Vivekananda, reading the. So somebody asked, what is it? Somebody read it. Vivekananda. We started laughing. But I'm not going to ask anything about what you know, Swami Vivekananda, Ranganathananda, Sarvachinna. I'm supposed to teach them all that. Why are you reading all that book and coming? That I will teach you. I want to know something about you, what you are. Adhikari hai, nahi, potential adhikari hai kya nahi? That's what I want. Nobody comes as an adhikari, none of us went as adhikari. But potential adhikari. Yeah, making that racket. At least lower the speed.
Sweets.
That's right.
The cat is touching the.
Huh?
There's a cat, na?
Yeah, that is
The
touching.
cat is touching.
So, Manobhava, Geetam, Vishuddham, Vimuktam, you are very ordinary. Huh?
The story of it.
That's your potential. None of these questions were answered. Are you committed to learning? Are you willing to do whatever it is to learn? Yes. Responsibilities like family, this, that. No. It was yes to the former, no to the later. I said, okay, but, nowadays interviews will be slightly different. This was then. When? 75. When we start the class, hopefully it will be 2026-27. So the interviews will go for a little bit different. 1 week. The interview will be in a 1 week camp. People will be on the best behavior. I know that also.
You're going to have a big laugh.
But I know how to put them through the paces. You know, like how senior executives are interviewed nowadays over a game of golf. Or you stay together someplace and do some activities together. And then you evaluate. ऐसे हो जाएगा इधर भी. Olden days, you know how it was. If you think 1 week is too long for an interview, Indira went to Brahmaji to study. हाँ बैठो सेवा कर लो. Even in India it was like that. Do some seva. What is it? In Indira's case, 32 years went. Locally, I'm just talking about when I went to study with Swami and others went to Rishikesh or something to study Kailas Ashram. अच्छा, साधु बनने के लिए. They won't say course करने के लिए. There is no course, okay? It's not some course after which you get a certificate and you go and get a job. It's a course. हमारे जो मोक्ष चाहिए. अच्छा बहुत अच्छा. इधर रहने के लिए बंदोबस्त है. प्लेस फॉर यू टू स्टे. नहीं महाराज अभी भी आया है सीधा कैलाश आश्रम में आया. अच्छा अच्छा. अभी कैलाश आश्रम नीचे जगह है वहाँ रह लो. Grateful because you got a place to stay, a roof over your head there. And there is someone, the Kotari will take you. Kotari is the manager. He'll take you down to the ashram. So open the room. Yeah, open the room. What is it? Room. Bed, cot, chair, bathroom. कुछ नहीं है. Room है ना. All facing east. Why? You can see the Ganga. Well, you have to walk up to there for a bath in the morning. You have to find a place where you can go for other ablutions. Room, man. Viksha, Kshetra, Viksha, Rail. How long? Stay. And then you stay there. Nobody is asking you anything. Nobody is telling you anything. Then अच्छा है, अच्छा पढ़ने के बहुत अच्छा, बहुत अच्छा. You come to study about Atmas, Brahman, Ishvara, etc. Gain moksha. अच्छा, वहाँ है वो आगम चैतन्य है वहाँ, उनसे जाके लघु पढ़ो, लघु सिद्धांत कौमुदी, संस्कृत ग्रामर, और पूरा लघु रट लेना by heart the whole लघु सिद्धांत कौमुदी, 1200 sutras with the vritti explaining it. I wondered okay around the nature of the vritti radesh, adeng guna, all that. थोड़ा रटो. At least 1 year will go in. You have come for moksha. क्या पढ़ना है? Sanskrit grammar. Then, but you have commitment to this. So you finish the Sanskrit grammar. Finish Sanskrit grammar, you never finish Sanskrit grammar. Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi, you finish it. Alright? Then you can finish it. Oh, that's it. He's happy because you survived 1 year. No? You survived malaria, you survived the heat and the cold and the rain, everything. And you survived the kshetra food, you survived the laghu rata, all that is there. अभी पुरुषोत्तम जी से थोड़ा न्याय कर लो. Some of us should have an example of Tarka Sangrah. कैसा लगा? I taught it relies with a lot of explanation. Indian logic is far more rigorous than your Western culture. हम तो वेदांत पढ़ने के लिए आया था. अच्छा थोड़ा वेदांत भी आपके पाठ में बैठो, पब्लिक क्लास में कहा हमारे बातों ब्रह्म सूत्र है ये. दोपहर को पुरुषोत्तम आनंद जी जीवन मुक्ति विवेक का पढ़ा, उसमें बैठो, बिगिनर्स क्लास. At the time all this over 5 years ago. You survived. This is their question of testing. I'm talking. I know Swami Divyananda, who heads the Kailas Ashram now, and I started about 3 years before, and this is how he went through. He's the head of Kailas Ashram now. Why he survived all that learning like this? That is traditional. So don't talk about 1 week. Swamiji, what is this you are doing with them? 1 week, only 1 week, not 1 year, not 7 years, only 7 days. Yeah. The Muktam says you are free. And what? You know the truth. What else is there to know? So what do you do after that? Whatever you want to do. This, I have already actually touched upon this. Okay? Nishede krute neti neti iti vakye. समाधिस्थितानां यद्भाति पूर्णम् अवस्थात्रयमतीतम् अद्वैतमेकम् परब्रह्म नित्यं तदेवाहमस्मि निषेधे कृते नेति नेति इति वाक्ये नेति नेति इति वाक्ये. You have negated all that you are not. Body, mind, etc. are not negated. If I am consciousness, what happens to Ishvara? Morning we talked about Ishvara. Ishvara is with respect to the creation. When you negate the creation as Mithya, what happens? Ishvara is what? Not Mithya. Ishvara is Satya Jnanavanantam Brahma. So which Chinmayaji used to say. These videos are floating around on Facebook and YouTube and everything, okay? There is all that Vedanta teaching is about. You undress here and you undress there and become one. Undress, the Nama Rupa, name, form, body, mind, undress. You go and undress there without undressing here. All that is left behind is one consciousness. What is there is nothing but one consciousness. In fact, there is only consciousness. Neti neti iti vaki. When I said, you are that conscious entity, from there you are negating, what am I doing? Neti neti. That I just did half an hour back. You the conscious being, from you the conscious being, all that you are conscious of is not you. You are negated. You are negated the fact of being body and mind. You negate already, what can you? Then what are you? The pure consciousness, that's it. Neki neki vaki. Samadhi sthanam yad bhati. What is left behind after that? Samadhi sthanam is left behind. Or Samadhi Sthana, what is it? My eyes fell out. Samadhi Sthana. When you negated everything, what are you? In Samadhi, no? Something when I negate, how will I be in Samadhi? What is the resolving point of your identities of your mind, etc.? What is the resolving point? When you are negating, what is left behind? You. The resolving point of the mind is called Samadhi. Where is the mind resolved in? In the consciousness. So Samadhi is another name for consciousness. Other than traditional Vedanta, you won't hear this expression anywhere. Okay. The resolving point of the mind is in consciousness. So Samadhi is a name for it. Samadhiyate manaha yasmin. In which the mind is resolved. That's the Sanskrit definition. Samadhiyate yasmin manaha. In yasmin, in what? Manaha samadhiyate, the mind is resolved. You, the consciousness. Samadhi sthitanam. What happens? Yad bhati purnam. Purnatam bhati. When you negated the mind, dissolve the mind, etc. What is there? You. What is I? Purnam. Why? Deshakala parichinnam. Purnam bhati. Ishana says. For this, you need to negate the ignorance also. Very good. Because that ignorance to negate, how do you negate that ignorance? Body mind you can negate by a statement. Ignorance negated only with the teaching. So the teaching resolves that ignorance. What is left behind? Sachidananda Swarupam, Satyam Jnanam Anandam, Purnam Bhati, Purnataya Bhati. Sachidananda Swarupam Bhati. Avastatraya Atitam. That which is beyond Avastatraya. Waking Avastatraya, three avastas, waking, dream and deep sleep. Correct. Waker in the waking world imposed on me the consciousness. Dreamer, dream world imposed on me the consciousness. Deep sleep and the world of ignorance imposed on me the consciousness. I am the one who is witnessing the whole thing. Therefore, I am the Avastatraya Sakshi. The Sakshi, the witnesser of the three states. So, with respect to the Avastatraya, I will call myself as Avastatraya Sakshi. The Sakshi is beyond the state. No? So, I am the witnesser. I am beyond it already. Then, what is the nature of that? Purnam. Sachidananda Swarupam. Simple. What is it? Avastatraya Atitam, yes. Some people we always say, you are Avastatraya Sakshi. Avastatraya Sakshi is halfway house. You are the Avastatraya Sakshi. I was commonly talked about Sakshi, etc. Then what is the content of the Sakshi? What is the truth of the Sakshi? Satyam Jnanam Anandam. Therefore, you are beyond the avastha. You are not even a sakshi. The sakshi meditation is for you to know I am independent of all this. But you are not even a witness. Sakshi is good for you to function in the world. You are witnessing the world. Very aware for the high level of awareness function. Good. You are what? Avasthatraya Atītam. That which is beyond the three states. Your consciousness is you. Avasthatraya. Advaitam ekam advaitam. Non-dual. The one that cannot become two is called Advaita. Because everything is subject to division. Between any 2 points on the number line, there are an infinite number of points. In school mathematics. Between 1 and 2, infinite number. Because 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.9, infinite number. Between 1 and 1.1, another infinite number, 1.01, 20. Between 1 and 1.01, again 1.001. It's going to go on. How long? Go on. All your life you can do it. Khora, etc. is the term used in Sanskrit. Infinite numbers. So Khora, etc. Terms like this are used. So, Advaitam, that which cannot be divided, indivisible. So what is called as Advaitam is literally speaking limitlessness, Purnam. In fact, only the limitlessness can be Advaitam. Infinite cannot be divided. The limitless is not subject to division. There is no half infinity or 0.1 infinity. To indicate that in mathematics you will say tending towards infinity, because infinity is not a point. Because there is a mathematical evolution. It's an evolution of numbers. There you have to say tending. Here we are coming the other way around. From the limitless we are moving into the world. So Deshakala, Aparichinam, that which is not conditioned by time and space. Advaitam. Therefore Ekam. How many infinities can be there? How many limitlessness can be there? One. How many people are there in the world? Billions. How many consciousnesses? One life, one consciousness. Beings? So me and the terrorists are not different. Yeah, of course they are not different from the terrorists. I will say that. How will you deal with the terrorists? Where is my rifle? Yeah, where is my knife? Where is my sword? Not here. Doesn't matter. The world is full of weapons. There are 50 weapons in this room. Yeah. And he's carrying enough weapons for him and me both. Yeah, okay, check. That's the spirit when you function in the world. With the knowledge, he and I are not different. There is only one consciousness. Two forms will clash. Two forms will clash. Consciousness doesn't clash. September 23rd, going to my Guru Samadhi, that I can go and prostrate. One form prostrating to another form. He is the one who saw me, who made me see the consciousness. That he and I are one. Somebody, how can you say that to the Guru? Normally you don't say it. That's true. But Ishvaro Guru Ratmeti Murti Bheda Vibhantana Yomavat Vyapta Rupaya Sri Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Who was the Guru? This is not. Somebody, I never seen you behaving like that with him. Of course not. This form and that form. He is Lord and Master. I am here just to command. That's it. That's the relationship I had with him. And of course, Sishya, Siksha Yogya, in time. and you start with Shiksha. I started as an Antevasi, there was a commitment was there. In time I became a Shishya and I got it. So that's the same thing. So what is the problem with this knowledge? Knowledge frees you as that consciousness is working. Parabrahma nityam tadeva ahamasmi. This Parabrahma. Now, we'll move into that Parabrahman also. It need not say Parabrahman, Brahman is enough. But the word Brahman indicates a lot of things, stands for a lot of things. Brahmaji is called Brahman. Who Brahmaji? Grand old man. Actually, there is Julela, but he looks the same. Julela is also represented as a Brahman. It's a combination of, I think, Krishna and Varuna. Because he's riding the fish now. He rides the fish, he rides the ocean. Therefore, Varuna Deva. But he's an old man. Jhulela. Lal is the term used for Krishna very often. So it's a fusion of two, three deities, ideas, invocation. Brahman stands for Brahmaji. A Brahmana is called Brahman. The Veda is called Brahman. Veda is called Brahman. Hiranyagarbha is called Brahman. So which Brahman are you talking? Param Brahman, so that clarification sake, that you don't mistake a mistake. Satyam Jnanavanandam Brahmaneva. And you've seen the meaning of the word Brahman. Birad Dhatu, big. How big? No noun, limit big. The big. Bigness, unqualified bigness is Brahman. Therefore, limitlessness is Brahman. This is Brahman eva ahamasmi. So, Anusandhanam very often means to keep reminding yourself, In fact, it's a definition for meditation. So, Swarupa Anusandhanam, Dhyanam. And very interesting. So, Swarupa Anusandhanam, to remember your own nature, is called meditation. It's also the definition of bhakti. If you look at Viveka Chudamani, Shankara gives this definition. Narada uses it as a definition of bhakti. So, Swarupa Anusandhanam in Narada Bhakti Sutra. Another word is Swatma Tattva Anusandhanam. The truth about yourself. Swatma Tattva Anusandhanam. Therefore, bhakti can be equated with Nididhyasana or no. So be careful when you use the word bhakti, it can mean a lot of things, okay? Contextual usage has to be seen. So Swarupa Anusandhana. Nididhyasana. Into what your true nature is. So if you look at it, every verse has some words which are defining yourself, some which is explaining the process. This is how the whole thing is. The teaching and Nididhyasana is combined together. There is no Nididhyasana independent of the teaching. Therefore, it is combined together. So, this Nididhyasana part of it, okay? You want to do 10 minutes of it right now? Yes. Simple, yes. Simple, just 10 minutes, okay? More simple form. Then we can do more elaborate, more distinct form. So today we will focus on the Nisheda part of it. Okay? The Nisheda part. Tomorrow, etc., we will build up from the Nisheda, negation, to what it really means. What the Swarupa is. Okay? So we will do it differently. No Japadhyana method. Okay. What is that? We are talking about open eye meditation, not necessarily closed eyes also. Okay? There's only one thing you see. You need to be relaxed to meditate. Alert but relaxed. So that much you will do. Just focus on your body. See that it is relaxed. Look at your facial muscles. It's relaxed. Neck muscles, relaxed. Arms, forearms, palms and fingers, all relaxed. Chest muscles, relaxed. Stomach, relaxed. Sides, relaxed. Upper back, lower back, relaxed. Waist and hips, relaxed. Thigh muscles, relaxed. Your knees, calves, shin muscles, relaxed. Ankles, feet and toes, all relaxed. Now look at this body. Your body is one of the bodies sitting there. You are the one who is aware of the body, the sensations, if you feel like coughing, etc. All this you are aware of. Just be aware of the sensations on your body. There will be sensations. You're sitting down, so where your body is touching the ground, you will have a sensation. Where you have placed your hands, there will be some sensation. Slight breeze around, you have that sensation. All this you are aware of. What you are aware of, you are independent of. Your breath you are aware of. You are not doing a pranayama, you are not doing an exercise. Or breathing. Just being aware of it. Your emotions, you are aware of. Right now, maybe calm, maybe peaceful. The moment you feel, what are my children doing at home? How's my dog faring? How's my husband doing? Some emotions will come up. Just be aware of them. Just be aware. Look at yourself from the standpoint of your profession. The job that you do, the knowledge that you have, you are aware of that knowledge. You are aware of your thinking. My words are creating thoughts in your mind. You are aware of them. See, even when the thought is happening, you are witnessing the thought. You are free from the thought. Thoughts will come and go. You are free from it. You are independent. In your mind there is ignorance of a few things. You are aware of that. All that you are aware of, you are free from. You are independent of. With this body, mind, etc., you play a lot of roles. It's a role that you are picked at. It's a role that you are born into. It is not you. It's not you. You are born to particular parents. It's a role. Child is not a permanent role. Sibling is not a permanent role. It's just a role, it's not you. With respect to this person, I am a brother or a sister. Just a role. I am the one who's aware of all these laws. I am the one who's aware of the body and mind with which I play these laws. I am the simple witness, the sakshi of all of them. With this body and mind, I do some actions. I am not the actor. I am the one who's witnessing those actions. Actions happen. Decided by my mind, decided by my intellect. But through the body, action happens. I am the one who's witnessing those actions. See that again. A desire may come up in your mind that you decided on that and said, yes, I want to go and get it. With your body, mind, you did the action to get it. All this you are aware of. All this you are witnessing. Therefore, you are not the doer either. Action happens in you. You are the one who is witnessing the action. You are not the doer. You are the witnesser. Somebody said something. You got upset. Your mind is sorrowful. You are thinking, how can the person do this? You are aware of that. You are aware of the emotion that came up. You are aware of the thinking that came up. You are not the bhokta, the receiver of that action. You are the witnesser of that action. You are not the karta, not the bhokta. You are just the witnesser of it. Actions, doing and receiving, karma, karma phala, happens in you. You are the one who is witnessing it. This is remain. You have negated everything about yourself. You are just a witness. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णं गच्छति पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति शांति शांति. When you're rising, come back to normal thinking. Come to rising tone.